The commitment is impressive, though. I'll say that. So it's hard to believe. I know you guys hear me say that a lot, but it's hard to believe that we're kicking it off tomorrow. Really excited to get out and play under the lights for a second time, but for real this time, and looking forward to watching this team play and seeing how we've grown from our last time out. And I think the key with this team, and it's going to be a continual message and theme for us, is simply how do we get better and who's developing and how do we contribute? Because I think the strength of this team is going to be just that, the team. I think it's a team that can go 8, 9, and 10 deep and do it without a ton of drop off in most areas. And we're going to get an opportunity for the first time tomorrow to do that. From a personnel standpoint, we feel like we're back a little bit closer to where we want to be. Steven's back. Who missed the exhibition game from a minor ankle injury. Ramon, we don't know yet. Could be a game time decision, but we don't know how his foot's going to respond. He has not been live except for a little bit, and so we're not sure on that yet with him. But at least we're moving closer, towards that. DeMontre Harris will not play tomorrow due to an academic suspension, one-game academic suspension. But we feel like we're going to have everybody else available, and so we'll get a little bit better feel because when we were short on the perimeter last time, it didn't allow us to play the guys in the way that we really wanted to play. We had some guys with too many minutes. We had some guys playing out of position just because people hurt. So I think that part is going to be a positive.
Coach, I'm assuming the exhibition, you watch film like it was a regular game.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get anything out of that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was, two things. Defensively, our effort was there, but, we just got to get a lot better in terms of understanding our rotations and doing the little things. And we got to do a better job on the glass. I think that was evident to everybody. And offensively, we got to run. We're only going to be our best if we can get out and run and be aggressive and attack. And we did not do near as good a job as that as we would like to. So we hope we see some big improvements in those two areas.
Coach Horn, kind of cool, though, to have an opener with the girls. I mean, Coach Staley said she was excited, kind of good for the fans to kind of package you guys together one night.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's always good. One of the things that's neat about here is that there's great support among the different programs. I have a ton of respect for Dawn as not only a coach but a person as well, and support her program 100%. So I think it's an opportunity to be able to see both programs play in one night to kick things off, and I think anytime that can happen, it's a positive.
You saw Charleston go up to Maryland last night and take them to the end. Southern Conference team coming in, good basketball league.
Yeah, there's no question, and I think we better be ready for a lot of that. Here in the preseason, I think we won by 13 in our exhibition game against Division II, and I don't think anybody was overwhelmed by our performance, including the coach. And then you turn around, and Indiana needed a 4-point play in the last 10 seconds to go into overtime to win. Auburn loses, Tennessee loses, and Alabama almost could have lost. And then you see what happens last night, and now Charleston's really, really good, and obviously Coach Crimmins is a terrific coach. But that being said, I think you can throw some of those names out the window early on because you're going to have a lot of situations. And I don't know a ton about the Maryland team, but I know Charleston's got some definite veterans, especially the guard Goodlock or whatever can score, and Maryland was counting on some freshmen, so I think you're going to see a lot of that, and absolutely we could be in that situation every game. That's why our focus has got to be getting better and getting guys to perform at the level they need to, and figuring out how deep we can go and how we can use it.
Darren, do you maybe worry a little about the guys maybe being too geeked up for the season opener, just have the emotion running wild, not taking away from the fundamentals?
Yeah, and throwing the ball to you? Yeah, absolutely. Have your hands ready tomorrow, Dave. I think that there's no question that can happen. And one of the things we tried to talk to them about last week, which I thought they did a good job of, was, being excited to play is not the same thing as being ready to play. Taking that energy and focusing on what's the specific I need to do well for us to play well is the key. And again, that's the thing that is, that maybe as a junior and a senior you don't talk about and teach as much. That is a constant reminder and battle with young people. So there's no question. I know we'll be excited, and I know we'll be ready. Will we be focused on the little things? I don't know. Again, I would keep my hands ready if I was sitting press row.
Does your starting five look like it did in the exhibition?
Well, no. I think we've been able to practice a little bit longer. We'll go with Bruce and Brian Richardson and Lakeem Jackson and Malik Cook and Sam Muldrow. And, I think those are the five, at this point in time that have shown, to start the game anyway, that, will give us our best opportunity. And at the same time, we still think the strength is, how are 8, 9, and 10 going to play for us? And we'll be way more interested in that and how different groups play together as the game moves on and in evaluating the film afterwards.
Coach, talk a little bit about how important speed's going to be this year for your team.
I think speed is huge. I think any team has to play to its strengths, and the one thing that we match up with against anybody, I think, in the country is length and athleticism. Our speed, our quickness, our length, especially by position, is going to be as good as anybody. We're not as big and strong. We're obviously not as experienced, but we think that's a strength for us. And what also plays in with that, Andy, is we've got versatility within that. We've got guys like Malik Cook and R.J. Slauson that are really good around the basket, but they can step out on the floor and make shots and make plays. And so I think that speed is going to be a huge part of what we do and what we're going to need to do to be successful. And that's by design. That's the way we want to play, and we've recruited guys in that system now, and it's something that we're looking forward to developing. And I think one of the challenges with this team is going to be, everybody says they want to play fast, and the so-called run and gun, which is not really what it is, but it's also maybe the hardest thing to do and be committed to because of the effort and the focus it takes to play at that level of effort and to run every time out. And so I think it's going to be one of the things we'll be watching moving forward is how we adjust to that. But speed is one of our strengths, and we're going to need to play to it.
How